4, 3, 2, 1.
Ba-boom.
Wow. And there we are.
And there we are, just like that. It's just like magic.
Well, hey, it's Friday already.
How are you?
Oh.
Another week over.
Where does it go?
Transitions just like that. How are you doing on this lovely... how's the weather in Seattle? What's happening?
We had a huge rainstorm.
In your neck of the woods.
Yeah, if where are we starting this off like Regis and Kathy Lee? Well, we had a huge rainstorm this morning. And crazy.
Oh,
all small talk all the time.
Sad bringing up Regis. That's very sad.
Oh yeah, the late Regis film.
The world is a sadder place now that Regis is gone.
Yes. Have you watched any new TV shows?
Have I? Well, as a matter of fact, it sounds like a bit, but actually, when the first season of Marvel's Runaways came out, Jennifer and I watched that, and then it was on Hulu, and we no longer got Hulu, and so we missed subsequent seasons. And so actually just this week we have picked back up. We found there's actually a guy on YouTube called The Recap Guy who had like an 8-9 minute video that recapped the entire first season of Marvel's Runaways, and pretty much hit every episode pretty quick in 9 minutes. And then we jumped in on season 2, and we've been working our way through season 2, and there's a season 3, all of which are now on Disney Plus. And it's not bad.
You could ask for anything more.
The first season was really good. The second season, it's a bit of a slow start, but it's going okay. And so that's and I don't know if I mentioned. I believe yes. Last time we discussed, we had powered through the Umbrella Academy, Netflix original. This is the Marvel's Runaways is definitely not on the same par as the Umbrella Academy, but it's not bad. It's Marvel, and so I enjoy that. Give me some superhero stuff. I'm a good guy. How about you? What you watching, Dan?
I have a show I like called Rust Valley Restoration.
Ooh.
On Netflix. It looks like a guy that kind of looks like Dee Snider.
Okay.
And his sidekick kind of looks like Ron Jeremy.
Current Dee Snider or
yes.
Okay.
Current Dee Snider and current Ron Jeremy.
Dee Snider.
Right.
Okay.
But there are these Canadians who the guy has like 400 cars sitting in his backyard, basically, and he's restoring them one at a time before he dies.
Okay, he's gonna have to hurry.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cars.
I was gonna say that's a lot of cars.
It's in British Columbia, also known as Rust Valley.
And so it's a show all based on him restoring these cars.
Yes.
I mean, restoring cars is an expensive endeavor, and let alone 400 of them.
Well, what he does is he opened a shop, and then he helps people who want to get a classic car.
Uh-huh.
Like it's all reality bullshit. I mean, someone will come up with a story. Oh, this car was the first car I ever made out in, or
so it's a little.
Yeah. You are fake news.
It's not real.
But here, I'll share a picture of these guys.
Yeah, take a look at what he's. Let's go back to the beginning. Oh my! Wow, is that Ron Jeremy?
That's what I said. I said it's Dee Snider with Ron Jeremy, and I don't know. Then that's his son.
And that's wow.
I mean, look at those two.
There's so many stories going on here. This is wow. And this is a Netflix show. How many seasons has this been on?
They just launched their 3rd season.
Wow. That's crazy. And these cars, have they literally just been sitting out?
Well, he's got, let me see if they have a picture of his. Here we go.
Of his lot?
This is basically a picture of a lot of his cars sitting in his storage yard.
Oh, okay. There's a picture.
And he's got like duplicates of a lot of them because he can put two together and make a really cool car. Like if you look right there, you see those yellow convertibles. Those are like little Geostorms.
Yeah, those are adorable.
Yeah. So that show just came back
In
on.
the comments, they're not going to take it. They're not going to take it anymore.
No. Or although Ron Jeremy will.
Well, I guess this is the answer of what are you going to do with your life? Yeah, I think I'll record some cars.
So there's that show. There's another show. It was supposed to come out yesterday or today, I think. Carol Seven turned me on to it.
Okay.
It's called Hoops.
Oops.
And it's a cartoon about a high school basketball coach who I thought his name was Dan.
Ooh.
And he only got the job because of his famous dad. And I was like, wait, what?
Oh, there's got to be some copyright infringement happening here somewhere.
But it's not. It's his dad was like the big basketball star or something. So I don't know if that show came out.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, so that I've been watching.
Cartoon, where's that one supposed to be on?
It's on Netflix, and I don't know if it's on now or if it's coming soon.
Yeah.
Let me see what it says.
Yeah, I've not been watching as much. I said we've been doing the Marvel thing, but that's really been about it. Not watching a lot of news, occasionally, but not too much. As the kids go back to school, keeping busy, but playing a little of the Animal Crossing on the Nintendo Switch, of course. And obviously, yes.
Your kids are going back? No, you guys have 9 weeks.
We're doing 9 weeks of virtual starting on Monday. So I'm all set up with monitors and keyboards and the really impressively slow laptops from the school, but it's nice that the school provides. So
we've got Chromebooks.
I mean, honestly, they would be so much better off with Chromebooks because they're going with Windows 10 laptops they're like 11-inch screens. They're super underpowered. And it would be expensive, of course, and the bottom line is there's no temptation. Like no kid is installing Fortnite on one of these laptops.
True.
No way.
And they're definitely not doing it on a Chromebook.
Well, that's also true, right? So are you following the Fortnite and Apple news that happened recently?
Yes, there are people selling iPhones that have
Fortnite
pre-installed.
Yes, I understand. Up to $1,000, I understand they're able to get for a phone.
I took mine off, and I should have left it on.
I have an iMac Pro that has it installed. Seems pretty. I mean, this is a window. Whoa! And I just lost my screen there for a second. And there I am back again. Hello. It seems like a pretty small window of opportunity because sooner or later they will work this out. And sooner or later it'll be back on the store, or Fortnite is going to push an update to their servers somehow where it's going to stop working entirely anyway. So, but very
interesting. Call Apple and be like, I need my Fortnite.
I don't. You're not a big Fortnite player, are you? I don't.
My son's huge.
But he doesn't play on the Apple devices.
No, not much. He has, but no, he's all
PC. Experience. That's my point. Is that we play some Fortnite in this house, and consoles it's great. PC is great. iPhone device is not a great experience. I guess if it's the only device you have to play it, okay, but it is not a great experience. And so, but I do think it's interesting that Epic Games has decided to go on the offensive with Apple to see if they can get them to change their policies in their.
Apparently, they're doing it with Android too.
Yeah, and it did affect Android as well. It's got yanked there as well. So yeah, but this was clearly a very calculated move by Epic Games. They were very well prepared. This was not like we didn't think you guys would mind. They knew they had the whole they were ready for the lawsuit the moment they flipped the switch and tried to circumnavigate Apple's App Store policy. And then they also had the very clever commercial. Have you seen the very clever commercial? So you remember back in Apple when they were sort of going against the big famous Apple commercial where sort of the play on George Orwell's 1984 big government, and somebody comes in and throws I forget.
That was the original launching of the Macintosh.
I believe so. And they throw a big stick at the screen and it shatters, and they're Fortnite had a pre-rendered video ready to go of Fortnite characters running in, just mirroring the exact same commercial where there was a big apple on the screen, implying that now Apple is the big bad, and they throw the pickaxe, not a pickaxe, I forget what they call it in Fortnite, but they throw that at the screen. It's very well done, but it was all so calculated, the whole thing. And the fact that Fortnite, that Epic Games is trying to say, well, if you want to use Apple's system, you can buy these in-game currency, for $10, or if you want to buy it directly for us, it's only $8. Your choice.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, you didn't think Apple was going to freak out about that. I mean, it's going to be quite interesting. Yes, it was a hammer in the original commercial.
I think you're referring to this.
Yeah, this is the Fortnite commercial. This is the Fortnite version. Yes. This is you've got all the people hanging out, and there's Apple being the band. And there we go.
This power is ours and ours alone. We shall prevail.
Oh, you see. And if you run them side by side, there are videos side by side. Trying to fight to stop 2020 from becoming.
Free Fortnite.
They definitely have, free Fortnite. Yeah, so that's a big happening.
Well, how about this? Hold on.
Oh, what? How about what? What do you got?
Well, this next
there
thing
you go. There's the side-by-side comparison.
side by side.
Today, we celebrate the anniversary of the Platform Unification Directives. For years, they have given us their songs, their labor, their dreams.
Yeah, they were prepared.
We have taken our tribute, our profits.
They were definitely prepared to go against.
Wow, that looks really close.
Ours and ours alone. We shall prevail.
There you go. How about that? See?
You'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Yeah, no, so if you've got an iPhone with Fortnite on it, you may want to consider. The problem is you can't wipe your information off it and keep Fortnite on there. That's the problem. Bottom line, you could
log out
your account, you could delete other apps, but it not as good as a complete wipe would be, I don't think.
No.
So I mean, it's it'd be an interesting choice, but maybe that's why you get $1,000 because you're putting yourself at risk. So,
is it worth it?
I don't know. $1,000 for a.
I mean, do you need to play on your phone?
Is it worth buying it? No, because I said it's a terrible experience playing Fortnite on. You don't. I don't know. At least for me, I need a controller. I need the real experience. That's just what I need. So no.
So I like how close they made the recreation.
Whoops, sorry. Too many buttons.
Am I out of focus?
You are now you're in focus. If you get really close. Ooh, hello.
There we go.
There you go.
I like.
What do you like?
When they recreate things that are close to the original.
Yeah.
What I hate. By the way, I think your microphone. I feel like you're using your laptop microphone, right, or your computer microphone.
You think so?
I
don't think that's possible because it wouldn't do this when I do that.
It sounds exactly the same when you do that to me.
Well, no, it's all the same mic. That's what I'm saying.
But it sounds the same when you get close. You get farther away. It's sounding exactly the same.
Well, it's that good of a mic.
Oh. Anyway, my point is.
What is your point?
I like when people recreate things, but have you seen the pictures like where they have, like a father and a daughter from 40 years ago?
You were right, Dan. I am actually not using my correct audio. You actually were right. That's interesting because this mic is working for me, but it's not coming through to StreamYard. Bottom line is my mic is working here, but it's not coming through StreamYard.
Right. So we're getting it.
You tell your story
somewhere else.
You tell your story, and I'll fix this.
Oh, look how focused. Oh, you got Tinkerbell back there and the Superman logo. I see Herbie the Love Bug up there. Anyway, the thing that I hate is when they try to recreate a picture. Like, let's say you've got.
We got one.
There you are.
How about that?
Now, okay.
Is that better?
Yeah. Now, meanwhile, I should be checked.
There
I
you
should
go.
make sure I'm actually using my proper. I am using my proper.
You
microphone.
sound good. You sound
I'm
good.
using-
You know, what's funny is I can't tell because it's coming
I'm
through
using this one right here. Hello, 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 hello.
StreamYard.
Look at the- I'm wearing it.
God.
Anyway,
So you don't like the picture recreations?
I like the picture recreations, but I hate when there's something so simple. Like, let's say the daughter's like this,
Oh, you're critical.
and then she's like, in the picture, she's like this. It's like, how hard is it to match it? Or they're like,
Don't
and then in the picture, they're
sometimes
like
they're
this.
going from memory and they're not
No,
actually like looking at the picture
You're actually looking at the picture.
as they're trying to recreate it.
Of course.
You know, I don't know. I mean, you get people together and they're good, especially if it's like, you know, a mom and her fully grown son trying to recreate like him in the bathtub. You might want to just get that over with quickly. You might not be
Okay,
so
that might
worried
be
about whether it was like this or
There-
whether it was like this.
There's one that's like a bunch of kids going to see the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, and like they're all in a car, and they recreate it like 50 years later.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
You see, like,
Because-
find that. Dave sent an article here for her siblings hilariously create photos childhood from the Daily Mail. So if you want some other,
I just found it that quickly.
really,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I know, right?
It was just that easy.
And apparently,
That one, makes,
Ringo Starr took the picture.
really.
It's just that's who gets the credit. I don't think. Maybe it was in his book or something.
Okay, we'll go with that. Maybe he.
It's okay. Now look at this.
Whoa, is that Patrick Stewart? No, that's pretty close.
But I mean, her hands like this. She puts it like this. His hands are like this, and he puts it like. I mean, how? Just move your hand this from here to here.
Like, look how like obviously in the upper photo, I mean, she was perched way up, and you know she's you know, maybe she just didn't have the energy to perch herself up.
It's the same car. I mean, look at him. He's not even smiling. He's barely showing any teeth. Look at all the teeth he's showing up here.
Well, you know, it might not have been any of their ideas to do it, and that, you know, it might have been like, you know,
So why is the one guy's hands like that?
well, I you'd have to ask them. It's not as easy as you'd think. I will say we did this. Me and my siblings did this once, to recreate a photo, and it's not as easy as you'd think. You know, a lot.
I gotta find that.
You
But
know?
do you actually look at the picture? Like, do you have somebody directing you?
I don't think, I think we might have had a digital photo version of it on a phone, you know, but at the end of the day, you got 5 people, you're trying to line them up the same way. You're trying to, like, I wouldn't say it was a 1-for-1. I think we did okay. You know,
Am I being too critical?
I think you're being a little too critical. I don't know. What do people think in the comments? Yes, Dave says same car, people much bigger.
Oh,
See-
you start to shrink at a certain age. These people might be smaller now.
Well, I don't know, you know, and they might not like each other as much now as they liked each other back then.
It's just, the point is when I saw this one, I was like, come on, you could have done. This is an iconic picture.
You are awfully critical. You're awful.
I'm very critical that I think.
Here's your job is you need to find a photo from your childhood of you and your mother and recreate the photo and see how exactly
Right.
you can get it.
Mom, do you hear that challenge?
There's your challenge. You know, let your mom choose a photo.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So there. Okay. I'll work on that for next week.
It's difficult. It's, as I said, I mean, and the more people in the photo, the more challenging it gets. I will say.
Can you find your picture of your siblings?
I'm looking for this. Do you want to look at the Daily Mail thing while I look for this?
I'll take a quick look at it.
This was right after I had lost a decent amount of weight, so I was pretty exciting to do this one. Here we go.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Boy, I really had lost a lot of weight. I am very, very tiny in this photo, but I was a tiny guy in the original photo as well. So here, I just sent you the photo.
Whoop.
Whoop, Whoop. I'm also a little darker tonight too. My light is not shining directly on me, but that's okay.
Okay, this is fantastic.
Huh?
This is absolutely fantastic.
It is pretty fantastic.
Closed almost down too.
Yeah, well, yeah, we went as far as we could, I mean, but again, there are things, if you want to be critical, you could certainly be critical, right? There's no, it's just, it's not as easy as you think to replicate. I mean, it is brilliant. I do recognize the brilliance of it.
Okay, I'm curious why your brother's doing a Heil Hitler. I'm just saying.
I think he was trying to get somebody to high five him. I think he was going for a high five, What's
interesting is, first off, you have the same suit. The fact you have a white suit with a red shirt and a bow tie.
I bought that suit specifically.
No, you did. Come on. You did not. You had it.
No, 100% bought all of that outfit for this. Absolutely. Well, what's amazing is and I know you might not look to this part of the web, but there are you can buy a full suit for like $30 if it's made out of like.
Oh, I've seen those. Oh yeah, I've seen the 3 for $99 suits.
You know what I mean? So this was not an expensive suit, but yeah, it was like a $39. That's why you see how wrinkled the pants are. But it was not a good suit, but it was adequate for the picture.
I have to say, I mean, it is. You guys did a really good job. I can't be that critical of this one.
But I mean, obviously not as close together. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not as easy as you'd think, even looking at the picture.
Were you standing in the same spot?
For one, that is the exact same spot. Yes.
What's really weird with your brother is look at his head in the old picture. It looks like, I know that's an illusion. It looks like his hair is back here and his face is over here.
I think that is an illusion. I think that's just an illusion. But yeah. And of course, finding pants like that was not necessarily something that would be easy to do in this day and age for him.
A pair of khaki pants?
Huh?
Those are his khaki, aren't they?
No, the pants that he had back in 1974 were like a paisley print, pink and purple.
Isn't it crazy too that Hope was the tallest person back then?
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
The shortest.
Yeah. It's quite interesting, right?
So I'm guessing that was 1974.
Probably. I was probably 3 or 4 in that picture. Now, what is interesting, not only do I have the new white suit that I bought, I have the original white suit from 1974 still. I do still have that suit, actually.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't fit.
I wouldn't think so.
But, yeah. Yeah, how about that? So yeah, that was our recreation. This was Easter, quite like 3 or 4, maybe 4 years ago.
I mean, if I stare long enough, I can say, okay, the angle of your head's a little off. Richard should have cuffed his pants.
Let's see what you can do. Let's see what you come up with, Dan. I'm very anxious to see what you come up with.
Maybe Margaret's belt should have been a little thicker, blue.
Well, you see, this was just it.
I mean, yeah, overall, though, you guys, my thing's never the clothing, it's the pose. And you guys actually attempted to match.
But I don't know. I felt the Beatles thing's pretty good. Again, chances are they weren't, how much time were they going to put into it? You
guys put a lot of time into this.
You think so?
Well, you ordered a suit.
No, yes, I'm talking about the Beatles people.
Oh, the Beatles people, I think they just happened to be there in the car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that it was a quick one-off.
All right, next time I come visit you, we will rent white tuxedos.
Here's what I would like you to do. I would like you to replicate the Ice Ice Baby video that you made. I would pay money for that.
No, that's not going to happen. But that being said, I think I would be willing to spin a basketball on my finger and grow a mustache.
Oh, nice. Oh, would you grow a mustache? That would be amazing. I can't offer to grow a mullet. I just can't.
They do make wigs.
They probably make wigs. I might have a wig. You never know what lurks in the dark corners of the Shemer basement. You just
I feel like it's Friday. We don't have a game set up for anybody to play.
I don't have a game. I have a news. I have 1 or 2 newses if you want to do some strange news.
I didn't prepare any. I could probably find some, but let's do a strange news.
Let's do the news.
Strange news, strange news.
Strange news, baby. Strange news. Strange news, baby.
Yeah.
Strange news. Strange news, baby. Yes, it is now time for some strange news. Hello. Let's do some strange news. This is a pretty good Karen meme. More bad news for people called Karen. So the meme has been used for years, but has gained momentum during the coronavirus. The popular Karen meme has left most Britons with negative thoughts about the name. A new survey suggests. New data from online casino Play Ojo says 62% of UK adults associate the name with traits including entitlement, obnoxiousness, privilege, and being demanded. Karen is typically used to describe a specific type of middle-class women whose behavior displays privilege. In the past, Karen has been used to refer to the type of person demanding to speak to the manager, someone who holds vaccination beliefs and carries out racist microaggressions. During the coronavirus pandemic, the Karen meme has evolved to describe people disagreeing with safe self-isolation, refusing to wear a mask, and not agreeing with social distancing. The survey found, this is the most interesting part, the survey found that 69% of UK adults aged 40 to 45 would not name their child Karen. Due to the association that has happened with the Karen meme, and would be concerned about when having and would even have a concern when having to talk to someone with the name. A further 6% would not want to match with someone called Karen on dating apps, and 1 in 5, 18%, would feel uneasy if their mother-in-law was named Karen.
Wow, just wow.
So like what has happened? It's gone off the rails. It has gone off the rails. It's crazy. And I feel bad. I do feel bad for the people I know who are named Karen. That doesn't seem fair. It came out of nowhere.
I know, like why Karen?
I don't know. And there, I've seen jokes about people making reference to a male version, but it's never stuck. But boy, 100% there.
All right. Well, I'm going to steal one that Dave just kind of mentioned.
Oh, what you got?
Somebody paid Cliff Clavin.
100% mentioned.
What's that?
And by kind of mentioned, you mean 100% that Dave mentioned.
He just mentioned, yes. He let me get this to run real quick. Come on.
Hey, South Mississippi, Jay Allen here for
maybe
Allen
watch the
Toyota.
commercial
Let you know
first.
that the deals are hot, just like the temperature. We've got 20 Camrys with 0% for 72 months or 2,000 customer cash. It's your choice. We've got
Eric Motors right now to take advantage of this fantastic deal.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Hey, everybody. John Ratzenberger here. That's right. The former mailman from the TV show Cheers. And speaking of mailmen, the post office is in a little bit of a pickle right now. It's certainly in the news, being bounced back and forth. So I had an idea. Why not do all your Christmas shopping early at the post office store? Yeah, in the post office, they got a store in there. Now, obviously, stamps and things like that. So
yeah, you know what?
Why not translate the dollar amount you're going to pay for Antilles?
I'm sorry, that's just boring. I thought he was going to be like, "Hey, everybody," he would be in character.
Oh well,
Speaking of in character, it's been a long time.
Oh my
goodness!
What's up, guys?
Hey,
it's been like months. Where have you been?
Me?
How you been?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well.
Long time no see. Crazy.
Well, hanging in there.
How is life in Chippewa, PA?
We're going well, man.
I have no idea what you said.
It's treating him well, I guess.
Yes.
I do have a funny John Ratzenberger story.
Oh, let's hear that.
I once was flying from Boston to LA with my wife and young child, and we were on America West Airlines. It doesn't exist anymore. And we had some upgrade for like $39. We got to sit in first class. And Josh started crying. And all of a sudden, a guy taps my shoulder, and I turn around, and he goes, "Hey, is your baby teething?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, if you get a little whiskey or rub it on his gums, it helps. It'll relieve the pain a little." And it was John Ratzenberger.
What?
And I'm like, "Are you always Cliff Clavin? Like you always know it all?"
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And did he give you some whiskey to do that with? That'd be great.
I said the whiskey works best for us. Let's just
Well, sure, you just don't care about it anymore.
Yeah, I think Rich Bebop froze.
I heard a little something. Let's just all freeze. Okay, that's enough of that. Nope, that didn't help him come back at all. I guess he's stuck. I feel lost in the middle. I mean, that is cool that somebody recognized that, if somebody did actually pay to have John Ratzenberger do a cameo promoting the post office. I mean, that's cool. I think that's they need support. Go buy some stamps. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So,
well, what's funny too, I don't want to get political. That's for another show.
It's for another show that's coming soon.
But Joy or Boy or whatever his name is, who came out and said, the Postmaster General, they brought him in front of the Senate, and he's like, "Oh, this was just coincidence that this happened. The post office has been losing so much money. We're trying to streamline things, but I put a pause to everything. I guarantee all the mail is going to get out on time, and we're going to make it all work." My question is the Postmaster General a Senate confirmed position? Like the Attorney General? I don't think it is.
That's a question for Google. I do not know the answer, or perhaps Dave or somebody else in the comments will know the answer to that, but I'm not. I don't know. That's a good question.
Let me see how he's
nonetheless, the fact that it's we should not talk about this. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that.
Real quick. Okay. So here's how it happens. Postmaster General is a member of the Board of Governors of the Postal Service and elected by the board's 9 governors, who are appointed by the President of the United States.
Oh, there you go.
With the advice and consent of the Senate.
Okay.
Governors and the Postmaster General elect the Deputy Postmaster General. This guy, Louis DeJoy, was elected June 15th, 2020. Now, they keep complaining that the post office is losing money. And the post office is in the Constitution. I mean, it's a governmental requirement to have, like the military.
Yes.
The military doesn't make money. Military loses. It's an expense. Why is the post office looked at as a profit center, not just an expense?
I guess historically it's just,
And it made money in 2006 was the last time it made money.
Yes.
It hasn't been 50 years that it hasn't made money.
Right.
That's all.
Right. But this will be an excellent conversation for your political show.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to even do that.
I will only say that if it was a coincidence that this happens to be happening, if you have a Postmaster General who didn't realize this was an election year, that this became a coincidence, that now they were trying to be so aggressive suddenly, that seems unfortunate timing, or somebody didn't do their research.
Or that he had to disclose that he owns between $75 and $150 million in stock in either FedEx or UPS or DHL.
Wow, he's got to know. He knows business.
Conflict of interest right there.
All right, I'm jumping off. I'm going to another news story.
Oh, wait, another strange news.
Lego piece falls from boy's nose after being stuck for 2 years. 7-year-old Samir Anwar was sniffing cupcakes when his mother discovered the lost piece. A piece of Lego fell out from a 7-year-old boy's nose 2 years after it went missing. In New Zealand, He had been playing with the Legos in 2018. His father told the New Zealand Herald that they tried to find it. They tried themselves to retrieve it, but couldn't. They eventually took him to the general practitioner who could not see the small piece. The doctor told them that he may not have put the piece in his nose, anyways. And if he had, then it would enter the digestive tract and pass naturally. Since he never complained, he never complained or anything, the family had forgot about it. However, Saturday, Samir felt pain in his nose after sniffing cupcakes, thinking he had sniffed some crumbs. His mother helped him blow and saw the missing piece came out. Now, if you know Legos, what the piece is it's the hand. It's just that little thin cup hand and the little stick. His eyes were wide open, and he was like, "Mom, I found the Lego." And you were telling me it wasn't there, but it was there.
We can finally finish building that Lego set.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, well, what's interesting is that they were very aware that a Lego piece was missing. So these are parents that use the Craggle. These are parents who are like, you got to have every piece of the Lego in place. Where's his hand? His hand is gone. Did you put it up your nose? Where's the piece? Get that piece.
Ironically, that piece was a fugitive Lego piece, so it wasn't supposed to have a hand.
Ooh.
Reference. Speaking of Legos,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, Carol Salmon.
Oh, hey, and he's muted. So he's going to be super quiet tonight.
I can't unmute him. He's got to unmute himself.
He's got to unmute himself.
I tried.
Independent.
Oh, driving.
Oh, he's driving. Oh, look at that. Look at the trees. It's a beautiful.
So, I didn't get to watch this movie about the Lego piece in the kid's nose, but
this is a movie night.
This is Lego Movie 3. This is the plot of Lego Movie 3. Emmett loses a hand.
Yeah, give him a hand.
Yes, it's a hand for Emmett.
You know, I have an up the nose story that's similar as a child.
Is there a rubber hose involved?
There's not. No, it's not up your hose with a rubber nose. Wait. It's.
You have a rubber nose, please.
I took a bead, a little round bead. My mom probably remembers this very well. And I just, right in front of them, I just went, boop, and shoved it up my nose.
Wow.
And they took me to the emergency room. And Dr. Tsung, real name, I still remember that, kept thinking she was saying, yeah, my mom just posted, before I even said what it was. When we got to the hospital, he thought we were saying that I had a bee up my nose.
Ooh, like a bee.
Yes, he's like, is he stinging him? You know, a bead. A bead. No, a bead. A bee. No, a bead.
This is the queen bee.
Yes.
Who's on first?
It's not the queen bead.
Hey, my sister's on too. Friday night greetings to my sister.
How about that? Happy Friday.
It's Friday.
So I shoved a bead up my nose.
It's Friday fam night for Dad.
That's right, exactly. Speaking of which, you all know, and if you don't know, now you know, Rebecca Black has finally joined TikTok. So if you'd like to see some acoustic renditions of the It's Friday song from 2011 done by now adult Rebecca Black, you can.
I don't even know who that is.
She's redone it?
Carol, you remember the song It's Friday?
It's Friday. Like, apparently she hired some producer and it was very campy.
It was very campy. It was like I think she was 13 and her father, like, you know, was like convinced that he could just pretty much buy her way into fame and produce this song and a really cheesy video. And she is, as she has said on TikTok, she goes, "You can't hurt me. I was the most hated person on the internet in 2011."
Speaking of the most hated person on the internet, I kid
because I love, or not, you know.
Here's Rebecca Black.
How do you not know who Rebecca Black was? For about 6 months, she was totally unavoidable.
Oh,
wow. I avoided her somehow.
Her dad succeeded in making her infamous, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of those, you know, pay to make it videos. And it somehow just, you know, and she posted it for her friends and family, and it just
it was some kind of a hip
went off.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it was everywhere. And
Friday.
Yeah, it was super auto-tune. You know, I mean, and clearly she has spent some time in therapy.
Oh my.
I mean, like it's clear. Just I mean, she's got some pretty interesting tattoos at this point, but she seems to at least have a good sense of humor about it. And I saw a video earlier today of her singing with a ukulele, singing the "It's Friday" song because people were asking for it.
I'm watching it right now just to see.
I bet she's on Cameo.
The lyrics.
You're watching the original video.
The lyrics of the
No, I
verses
just watched-
are like the
I'm watching
most
the video.
campy. Gonna get in my car, or I don't, right?
Yeah, the lyrics were not, just amazing. It was.
Is this who we're talking about?
Yeah, that'd be her 2011.
145 million views.
Oh yeah, I mean it was everywhere, and everybody was sending it to. It was a very happy little song about her and clearly white rich friends.
Oh come on, that's a Chrysler Sebring.
And it's like, what seat am I gonna take in the car?
See, I forgot to mention to convince Dan to make sure he watches Game Night. Not that I have to. There's a nice car.
I watched Game Night already.
Oh, you saw the car already then? Yeah.
Where's the audio? Oh, hey, I'm sorry to make it short and sour, but I have. Well, I'd love to say I have something healthy like kale or something, but it's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Extra crispy or
I gotta
original?
go eat.
Did you bring enough for everybody?
It's I don't know. It's the fingers. They gave me the fingers.
I bet they gave
Three
you a
of them.
finger.
The fingers. Now the chicken
Yeah.
fingers also finger looking good. Because then do you just lick the chicken fingers? I mean, how does that work?
I don't know. I'm gonna try it. It would happen. I was going to the grocery and realized I don't have my mask with me, and I was like, all right.
Time for a drive-through. Oh,
And
there he goes.
And apparently the fingers took hold.
The finger turned off his
I haven't
phone.
watched Game Night yet. That is on my weekend agenda. But I did realize
I watched it and I didn't sleep at all. I watched it straight through.
Wow, you stayed awake.
that is impressive.
I've done research on it, and I will be discussing it
Excellent.
in detail on Monday.
So that is Monday night's Game Night movie.
Somehow I missed out on that. Like I never heard of that movie. Like how is that possible?
We went to see it in theaters.
I saw a trailer for it at the theater. I forget what they were playing it before, and the trailer was hilarious. I mean, it looked really funny and really good, but we just never ended up seeing it. So, but if anybody wants to watch it to discuss for Monday, please make sure you watch it, and we will talk all about. Whoa, something went wrong.
I just got that from Carol.
Apparently, something went wrong.
You know what went wrong? He ate KFC.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I think the chicken fingers disconnected him from the internet.
That might be possible.
Who was it? Is it Colbert that always goes, they're not a sponsor, are they? No. Okay.
No, I would never accept money from
You
Kentucky.
say anything. But from Goodyear, totally.
I would. What's wrong with Goodyear?
Yes. Someone pointed out the brilliance of trying to boycott a company that's one of the largest employers in a battleground state.
And makes the tires that are on the presidential limousine.
Limo. Yes.
Oops. Well,
And the Goodyear Eagles that are on the DeLorean and Back to the Future. I mean, come on.
it's so not right. None of it is in Game Night. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to watching Game Night. I think that'll be
I don't want to say anything until
Exactly.
the
Yeah,
night.
I'm going to say no more, but
Jed.
definitely watch it.
I recommend everybody watches it so we can all discuss it. If you're watching the show right now or whatever this is, the or so part.
The or so, or yes, if it's the weekend and you're getting ready for Monday and you're wondering, I wonder what movie to watch this weekend.
Yes.
Watch Game Night. Where did you watch? You can at
Well,
least
okay, here's what's weird is I went to watch it and it said it was only on some weird thing that I had to have through my cable system. And I'm like, what? So I went on to YouTube TV, which I have a subscription to, and it was showing through TBS on demand, and it was unedited, F-bombs and everything.
Oh, there you go.
See, now you have it away that there's F-bombs in it. Oh,
A lot of the
Sorry.
On-demand stuff is
Spoiler alert.
You know? Oh, now I know. And I don't know if
big surprise F-bomb. It's not gonna. Yeah.
I watched the edited version of Dolomite. I mean,
the 10-minute version.
It was the 10-minute version.
Dolomite beep in my beep in my beep 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 beep. Yeah.
There was a few inappropriate remarks. We had my in-laws over, and it was, what are we gonna watch? And it's like Hamilton.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's what you watched.
Hamilton Dolomite mashup. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. That would be good. But yeah, so that's awesome. So what else is going on? Dave, have you been watching anything lately on TV? Have you found any
I did watch. This was actually like a week or so ago because I watched it pretty quickly after it dropped on July 31st. I did watch season 2 of The Umbrella Academy.
Oh, yeah.
I have to watch it.
You
I
should
watched season 1. I didn't finish it.
I mean, so here's our if you're thinking about watching The Umbrella Academy, this is my only advice with watching The Umbrella Academy. It's not a background TV show. You're casually watching this and like, oh, what's going on? I'm kind of looking at my phone and such or what. No.
And I would also
tried to watch it the first time, and it was like we were halfway through the first episode, and Jennifer's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "It's like we could turn this off because we are not watching this."
I would also say that it's a show that if you're gonna if you want to, it's like, yeah, let's watch some. Make sure you set aside time so that if you watch an episode. There's some episodes that end and you have to watch the next episode.
Yes.
There's some that you can stop there, but there's some that the way it ends, you're like,
oh,
I can't go to bed tonight and not know what happens next. Yes. So give yourself a little slack time if you decide to watch it.
Oh, your
mom watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has some cliffhanger episodes that are, and it's very compelling. You know, sometimes now, Dave, have you watched Marvel's Runaways at all?
No, I have not. I heard you talking about that earlier. I have not.
They have cliffhangers too, but you can go to bed. It's totally like, no, it's fine. I'm sure that guy's not dead. It's okay.
I also decided I was going to watch all of the various Terminator franchise entries.
Ooh, yeah, we did about a year ago.
So I watched Terminator 2, which of course that's 90% of the quality of the entire series compressed into the first 2 movies.
Peaked at that point.
Watch 3, which could have been a good movie, but wasn't. And if I'm going to go according to when it was released, the Sarah Connor Chronicles would be next, which is a bigger commitment. So I've at least temporarily stopped there.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never watched those.
Well, you know,
how many episodes is that?
2 seasons, I think. It didn't last real long.
That's a commitment. Yeah.
So I started watching original Star Trek because I didn't realize when they did the remastering of them that they not only took the original film and made it HD, they took the visual effects and the shots of the Enterprise and they recreated those.
Wow.
So it looks amazing.
You don't get the mask shifting as you see the light.
You don't see the mask shifting at all.
Do you get the overdone George Lucas explosions in space like you got during the re-releases of Star Wars?
No, that they didn't do.
I don't think they amped it up.
No, they kept it. They basically said if we did it in the exact same style of the 60s with today's technology, like we just recreate what they did, what their intent was, and we made it better. So there's a scene where you see like the starship floating over in the sky from Earth on one of the episodes where they went back in time. And
that was the one with Kerry Gar.
Yes. And the original you're looking at, and it's like, it almost looks like a cartoon in a way. And then you see the new one, and it looks like it's really up there flying in the clouds. It's impressive. And in my search for finding out about how shows started, my whole pilot search
for pilots. Dan wrote shirts for pilots.
Not the first draft, but the actual. Back then, they had a written pitch for shows, and this is unbelievable how different it is. It's a 1-hour dramatic television series, action, adventure, science fiction. The first such concept with strong central lead characters plus other continuing regulars. That's the pitch.
That's it.
Wow.
And then he talks about a bunch of the episodes, and he said, this is amazing. He said, Star Trek offers an almost infinite number of exciting science fiction stories, thoroughly practical for television. How astronomers express it this way, and he's got this calculation. He goes, to put it in simpler terms, by multiplying the 40 trillion galaxies in the heavens by an estimate of 70.7 with like 30 zeros after it, we have the approximate number of, he goes on and on saying that
number of inhabitable planets and all
there's
that.
at least 3 million worlds like ours.
Right.
So look how many years we can do this show.
Well, he wasn't wrong. He certainly wasn't wrong.
Yes.
Let's go again.
No, they're going to next remaster it and actually have a stunt double for Shatner that looks vaguely like him.
Yes.
Now, there's 3 seasons of the original Star Trek? Is that right?
No. There's
I think there's 3.
3. Wasn't the third season a short season? It's just like,
Because it's not much. I mean,
yeah, it wasn't a lot.
No, it was short.
I mean, the Monkeys had 2. The Monkeys only got 2 seasons.
Oh yeah.
No, they had 24 episodes in the third season.
Oh, there were? Okay. Well, you have to remember too with the Monkeys. By then, the Monkeys
26
themselves
and
were pretty
24.
fed up.
Oh no! What was that, Dave?
By the end of the second season, the 4 members of the Monkeys were pretty fed up with the television series.
Yeah, unfortunately, they
It
see.
wasn't like it was corporate overlords who were like, "Get out of here." It was.
I think it would have been. I think from everything I've read, from a producer standpoint, they would have been happy to keep going, but the talent was not
They
cool.
were fed up at the handcuffs placed upon them by.
Which
Yeah.
you got to wonder in hindsight.
Well, they should have been allowed to play their own instruments more. But on the other hand, when you have Boyce Hart and people like Goff and King writing for you,
Mhm.
you got to do those songs. You can't all just do Mickey and Peter and Mike songs.
I mean, it was pretty clear from the beginning, not to go on to a Monkeys rant, but it was pretty clear from the beginning they were being hired as actors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they insert an ad where they had to go audition for a TV show.
Mhm.
Now, just because you happen to also be a musician in life, you still weren't actually a band per se. You were actors in a show. And yes, it turned into some opportunities to perform. I feel like I understand what happened, but boy, it happened fast.
Yes, it was a very short period of time.
Right to their heads so fast that they were now the Beatles. And it's like, oh no, you're not the Beatles.
Well, I don't know. You've read up on this more than I have, I'm sure. I certainly don't get the impression that Davey was as much that way, because Davey didn't really write. He didn't play instruments.
Right.
But the other 3, I mean, Peter was a good musician. Mike was a good musician. Mickey was a decent musician. So, yeah, I think those 3 more than Dave were.
Well, and it is interesting, and it's interesting just because okay. So if people don't know, Dan has been working on a script for a show, and I've been helping him a little bit. And it is interesting that one of the interesting things about this is that for the Monkeys, they use their real names.
Yes.
So I think in some ways it felt like, well, I'm playing me, and it's like, but you're not. You're still an actor playing a part, And I think Davy Jones got that because he is. He had released albums, he had done theater, he had done all sorts of goofy stuff, and he was more than prepared to play the role of Davy Jones, now Monkey, But I think some of the other people where it's like, well, I'm Mike Nesmith, and you're using my name in the script, and that's who I'm playing, and people have come to see Mike Nesmith. Mike Nesmith should be producing the kind of music he wants to produce.
It was like after Stephen Colbert left Comedy Central to do his late night show, there were people that still viewed him as that character that he played, Stephen Colbert,
Right.
for all those seasons on Comedy Central. The right-wing pundit who is not who he is at all.
Fantastic analogy. That is absolutely spot on. That's hilarious. Because you're right. Absolutely. I mean, but it was a character he shared a name with.
Eric, you won't remember this.
No, I
don't remember much.
No.
But you and I went to see Jerry Seinfeld at Duquesne University.
I have the program for that right behind me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Mario Joyner opened for him.
I believe that is true. All right, you tell the story. I'll get the program.
Get the program. So during the actual concert, somebody screams out, "Where's Kramer?" And Jerry goes, "Sir, Kramer is a fictional character. He's not." I just remember him doing this with his hands for some reason. Maybe it went this way. Fictional character. And he goes, "He's played by the very funny Michael Richards, and we don't hang out. He's not here with me right now."
Which would have been awesome had he been there. But there.
Oh my God, look at that.
Another crowd pleaser. You know, it wasn't much of a program. It was something they had free. I don't know how to do that.
Autofocus isn't always your friend.
Well, the problem is it's face detect. So I'll get my face out of there, and there you can see there's a. But yeah, how about that? How about that?
Wow.
I keep everything, and I know where it is.
What's the date? Does it show the date of that?
Okay, you know what's funny is, and I lied because actually I think I do know where this is. I actually have the ticket stub for this.
Wow.
It was a very big night.
2 of my kids and I went to Cleveland to see Christopher Guest, Harry Shearer, and Michael McKean on their Unwigged and Unplugged tour. When they were doing songs, I mean, they were playing some Spinal Tap songs. They were playing some songs from the Folksmen that they had played in A Mighty Wind. But they were as themselves. They were just, they were playing other songs as well. But it was very enjoyable, good show. And there was some bozo, as there always is in the audience, yelling out, "Stonehenge! Stonehenge!" And fun. And keep in mind, these are improvisational comics. You don't heckle them. And finally McKean goes, "Tell you what, sir, we'll promise to play Stonehenge if you promise to leave until we do."
Wow.
That's awesome. 1992.
May 30th.
Dan, the tour was 1992.
Right. It's May 30th.
Yeah.
I believe I'm looking at the ticker right here. Oh, no, wait, that's Pachanga. Hold on.
This was the Jerry Seinfeld tour in 1992 is all it says. Yeah. But yes.
So isn't it crazy that we saw in 1998 at Palumbo Center the Debbie Gibson concert? That was the video that she ended up making.
1998?
1988.
Thank you. I was going to say
1998, 88. Sorry.
I heard 98.
88, and then in 92, we saw Jerry Seinfeld. So Palumbo Center. And then when I coached basketball, we won a WPIAL championship there.
There you go. How about that?
Palumbo Center.
Yeah, I just happen to know that that's where I put all my concert stuff. So I'm like, all right, so
What's a concert?
A concert. You
remember concerts?
People used to get together and
Jim Gaffigan's doing drive-in concerts where people have their cars and they line up in their cars. Some of them sit on the roofs, some sit in the back of their trucks, some are in the cars, and they flash their lights and honk their horns as their form of applause.
Now, I've seen some video and pictures of that. I've also seen drive-ins that have almost like mini boxing rinks set up where you could they're not, I guess they're concerts. They were concerts. Instead of cars though, they had these little squared off areas where you would go sit. You'd get significantly less people. It's significantly less people. Which makes me wonder, are the prices for concerts going to go up as astronomically if you want to start doing this thing? Because how can they make this cost effective?
Even things such as Amazon Prime or Netflix comedy specials, they're always in front of a live audience because you need that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So that's even going to cause that to dry up for a period of time.
It's true. Unless you could...
People have some in the can probably that they can release, but
you could probably pay to have cutouts put in the seats and then just pump in the laughter like they're doing with baseball.
I'm guessing
laughter now.
Bill Maher, when he does his monologue, he pipes in. They do cutaways to different audiences from different shows, laughing, and sometimes it's like the Academy Awards from 1938, and sometimes it's like somebody on the Disney Channel. Sometimes it's cartoons.
But it probably sounds so much better. I know that that Jimmy Fallon at home doing his monologue was painful to watch with that silence that would hang after every joke because it sounds like every joke bombs.
I felt that. Well, it depends on how you deliver it though, because I felt that Colbert and Seth Meyers both did a pretty decent job of finding an approach that worked at home because they weren't doing one-liners. They weren't standing. They were doing, and it I'm not saying it always worked, but it's certainly they found a way to make it work better than you would have expected.
Jimmy Fallon's humor is very much one-liners.
Yeah,
Like,
Jay Leno would have had the same issue.
just setting it up and then no, yeah, right away. And that's what Trump's barber said, and
And the band doing the rim shots. Yeah.
pretty much, right? And it's like, oh, hey, but yeah, without that, it's like, oh my, this was hard to watch.
So Colbert has gone back to the Ed Sullivan Theater building, but he's not in the theater.
Oh.
He's in an office upstairs that's much smaller with no audience. James Corden has actually gone back to his studio, but with no audience.
And Jimmy Fallon has done the same. And the Roots are there, but they are scattered throughout the space. They actually have they've done like a 2-tier system with the Roots, and so some of them are on the second.
Well, you know what should come back?
What should
Hollywood Squares.
Oh, they're socially isolated game show.
It's perfect. Hollywood Squares is the perfect game show right now.
You could just
Only
do
if you bring back Wally Cox and Paul Lind and
Oh,
You wouldn't even have to bring them in. You could just do that over Zoom.
Richard
Richard
have a
Dawson.
screen. Well, the
Yeah,
Howard.
The exact
Howard
opposite is
Stern show.
Richard Dawson's Family Feud, where he's walking along kissing everyone on the lips. As he goes along.
The Howard Stern show is now completely run by Zoom.
Heroes, come on. Hogan's Heroes gave him the right to kiss everybody.
He was such a funny guy on Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, he was. Well, that show. I mean, and what was funny is I saw Hogan's Heroes as a kid all the time. I mean, it was in reruns constantly.
Hmm.
And I didn't see Stalag 13, the movie, the William Holden movie, until I was probably in my 30s and realized that is 100% taken from that movie, from that
Yeah.
classic movie.
I've never seen that.
Oh, absolutely. It's a brilliant movie. Brilliant movie.
Well, maybe we'll do that one some night.
It is a dark comedy, but it is ostensibly a comedy.
I do like a dark comedy.
In the original few episodes of Hogan's Heroes,
Stalag 17, that's what it was.
the pilot was black and white. And then when it got ordered to series, they decided to do it in color because everybody else was starting to do color that year. And then they didn't call it the Stalag, they called it Camp 13 in the first few episodes. Because they didn't want it to be associated as much with the movie that it was based on.
Ooh.
All right.
Well, that's fabulous.
We end with the Nazi prison camp.
Well, that is pretty good. That's pretty good. So tomorrow morning, Saturday, morning / afternoon.
No, Clutch Radio is on a break tomorrow.
Radio, no Clutch Radio. So
We have a friend's bar mitzvah tomorrow, a Zoom mitzvah, they're calling it.
that's
Rafi, big surprise for 2 weeks from now. Rafi shaved his beard off.
Whoa.
well, but he's so manly, it'll be grown back by then.
It might, but he didn't cut his hair, so it looked really funny. Because he has this, he looks like a member. That's what I told him I saw him. I said, "You look a little bit like a member of Kiss in 1983, right when they took the makeup off and they cut their hair short, but they kept it still kind of long."
But
And you realized how the reason they wore makeup for all those years was that was not a pretty band.
Paul Stanley's okay. Gene Simmons not a looker.
No.
Ace Frehley not a looker.
no, but he likes to rock and roll all night.
And party every day.
This is what I hear.
Oh, no, it's potty. Okay, it's different.
Very interesting
Party
definition.
or potty?
Potty? It's potty every day.
Yeah. Fred Armisen and Jimmy Fallon were doing a bit the other night about, they mentioned a time machine. And they say, no, it's tie machine. No, you misheard me. It's a machine that makes ties. You know, it's a totally different thing.
Oh, wait a second. I'm just about to end the show. And who decides to show up?
Oh no, who you got?
Very end. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Policaro. No, I'm just kidding. Rick Burdine.
Oh, it's Rick Burdine.
Why, Rick? Why so late?
5 after.
I just got back from San Diego on a flight, and my battery's almost dead. And I just
Boy, are
figured
my arms tired.
I missed you guys for a week. So
And it looks like you're like, where are you? Is that like the ceiling right above your head? What is going on?
oh yeah, well
I'm so confused. Oh, that's okay. That was your
Oh,
staircase.
the wall of monitors.
Trying to figure out what's going on with the angle there.
what's up? She said,
Yeah.
"What's up, dogs?"
Look at this. It's a party night.
So yeah, it's been a long day, and you guys know how it is when you travel. It just sucks sometimes.
Travel? Where would you go? I haven't been
I
anywhere.
haven't traveled at all.
Well,
Outback Steakhouse. That was about as far as we made it.
went to San Diego at 7:30 this morning, and I just got back from the airport, so it was a down and back in the day.
Wow. Work related?
Trip.
Yep, all work related.
Got to sell those mortgages.
But I didn't mean to interrupt the end of your show. You can end it if you want.
Oh, are you going to watch our movie for next week? I think you'll really like it, actually.
What is it?
It's called Game Night.
What is it?
Step Brothers?
It's called Game Night.
To do Step Brothers.
That's the John C. Riley, Will Ferrell one.
Yes, yes. Not on the list. But for Monday, we're watching a movie called Game.
Rick, I honestly, I think you'll like this movie a lot.
It is. It's supposed to be a ruckus.
It's funny. It's got some dark humor. It's got some shenanigans.
Here, I did this earlier tonight. Alexa, tell me about the movie Game Night. Here you go.
Okay.
Game Night is a 2018 action movie starring Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams.
Oh, I
and
like Jason
Sandler.
Bateman. I'll definitely watch
A
it.
group of friends who meet regularly for game nights find themselves entangled in a real-life mystery when the shady brother of one of them is seemingly kidnapped by dangerous gangsters. Its runtime is 1 hour, 40 minutes. It has an IMDb rating of 6.9 out of 10 and is rated R.
So there you go. There's your synopsis.
Not
That's
bad.
rated R though. Ooh.
Almost 7 out of 10. That's a hell of a lot better than a baseball player's average.
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I get the feeling this is going to be a fun conversation on Monday because I
will definitely watch it. I got it. I'm gonna
Watch it Monday at 7.
So
no show
Trying to
tomorrow.
think of a movie that neither of you've seen that actually you might enjoy. So hopefully I hit it.
I set off your mom's Alexa. Sorry about that.
Mine didn't go.
Whoops. Sorry, I should have muted my mic. Oops.
That could be taken a lot of different ways. You know that.
Of course.
I'm going this way. Alexa, play Debbie Gibson.
Oh, here we go.
The whole world's going to go crazy. Now we're going to get shut
songs
off
by
the
Debbie
air.
Gibson
Now we're gonna
on
get shut
Amazon
off.
Music.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, totally different song for you.
What did she play for you? I'm going to shut mine off so we don't get shut down.
Only in My Dreams.
Only in my dreams, you see?
You got lost in your eyes. All right. Alexa, stop.
Please.
Alexa, please stop. Please.
Beautiful.
Alexa, lights off.
The world
Don't do that.
Sorry, Mom.
the whole way across.
Alexa, lights on.
It's going to be the next show will just be 1 hour of us yelling Alexa
A few
commands.
things share the name lights. Which one do
See if
you
we
want?
can mess up
Good
every.
idea. That's a good idea to see which ones work and which ones don't work. Because I
All right,
know
that was
that,
fun.
Siri, she hates
Which
certain
one
words.
share the name lights? Which one did you want?
Shut up.
Alexa, make Office 5%.
Alexa, reorder dog food.
Why don't you cuss at her? See what she says when you cuss at her.
Right, that's just evil. Look at that. Now I have a display of different dog foods in front of me.
Do you really?
I have the little round one.
Oh.
I forget the Spot. The Echo Spot is the one I have in my office. And so it does have a little screen. Which is
Still
actually
make
perfect.
Alpo?
What was that?
Do they still make Alpo?
Alpo. I don't know if they still make Alpo. That's a good question.
My mom thought we were having a power outage. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's just wrong to be like, shut up, everybody.
How about you guys remember Kibbles and Bits? Didn't you like
Bits and
Kibbles, kibbles and bits. I'm gonna get me some kibbles and bits.
I like the sausages commercial. That was always my favorite.
Or bacon strips.
Oh,
No, it's not
the
bacon.
bacon strips are pretty good too. Yeah.
Okay, we've secretly tried them, so don't try to hide it or lie about it.
I've never had one of the. I've never had this sausage.
I've tried the dog bacon. I've tried Kibbles and Bits.
All right.
It's made you the man you are today.
We're 10 minutes into the air, so we got to go.
Okay. All right.
Tomorrow,
again.
enjoy your weekend. We'll be back Monday at 7.
See you Monday.
10.
Clutch Radio
All right.
in the morning. You doing it?
What's
Nope.
that?
Radio tomorrow.
No car show tomorrow. Taking the day off.
So not
You
Monday.
deserve it. What are you spending it with Tony? Is he spending the night tonight or what?
Exactly. Tony Policaro will be here.
Little
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night. All right. Well, hello. Well, that was delightful. Alexa, turn the office overhead on 100%.
Okay.
Did that work?
Look at mine.
Alexa, turn the office overhead on 50%.
Okay.
No, you
Didn't
didn't.
hear you on mine.
Touchy for you. Okay.
Because it's just mine's just Alexa, turn office on.
Okay.
Alexa, turn the office off.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
geez.
you really?
It's Eridan After Dark. Well, hello. Thank you for joining us here for a little. Alexa, turn on the office.
That's not a bad look.
Okay.
I was going to say that's a good look. That's like your Hacker Path podcast right there, man. That's your. Not bad. I'm working. I'm going to work on some knockoff lists so that we just always have a group ready to go. A friend of mine, a fellow manager at work, got me to log into her. She's doing a Fun Day Fridays with her staff, and she had me log in, and I played Say Who, Say Me with all of them.
I think my mom just did Alexa lamp off because mine's called lamp. For some reason, hers and mine's still
Name
communicating.
lamp. Which one did you want?
Never mind.
Canceling.
Your mom's controlling your lamps? How could you do that?
For some reason, hers and mine are on the same thing.
Are you all on the same account?
We're both on my account.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem. Because, if you have something that's called, bottom line is if she's like, turn off everything, that's going to affect your stuff.
Yeah. Hers are lights. Oh,
Okay.
David's still questioning. Were you going to send me a script?
Respond? Let him know I'll send it to him because I have his email somewhere. Or I can respond. I'll have to go to
Are we
Facebook.
still on? We're still on.
We're still on.
I never turned it off.
Thanks. Well, that's no good.
Okay, I got to go.
Goodbye.
No wonder my mom's lights were going on and off that whole time. I never turned the show off.
Man. Amateur. Amateur.
Yes, Dave.
I'll send you a copy of the
My
script.
mom was like, this is funny. Yeah, this is much funny. We don't know we're on the air. I hit the button.
Here you go. I thought it was over.
All right.
And
After dark. Maybe we should just stay on doing this show. We've got more viewers right now.
Sure, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're still on. We know.
Yeah.
Yes, Eric will email you the script.
Yeah, I'll email you the script. Anybody else who wants a script, let me know.
Boy, I hope we didn't say anything.
I said nothing. I don't think.
No, we knew we were doing this, everybody. We do this on purpose.
It was just for your enjoyment.
All right. Now we're really going to go. Have a good night. See you Monday at 7.